Hello and welcome to ThomasGeigerCar. Today with the new Porsche Taycan, or at least the car that wants to become the new Porsche Taycan. Because just a few days before Porsche is taking off the covers of the major facelift of their first electric vehicle, we're here in sunny California joining the engineers on a final development drive and checking out what the major improvement of this facelift might be, because it's all about range, efficiency and charging speed. So if you want to know all the details, want to see the first glimpses of the new design and all the other enhancements, join me on my first test drive and I'll tell you all about it. Finally, Porsche has taken the covers off the new Taycan and I'm able to tell you all the details. They reached for the Olympic motto, higher, faster, further. That was their goal for the development of the vehicle. Higher charging power, faster charging and further driving. Up to 35% of range is what they gained with the upgrade for the Taycan. And yes, that's one point, is the bigger battery. They've increased the battery roughly for 10%, which means the standard battery now has 89 kilowatt hours instead of 79, and the Performance Plus battery has 105 kilowatt hours instead of 95. But that's only 10%. The rest, the gap between the 10% and the 35% of range increase, is filled by lots of details that the engineers implemented to make the car more efficient. It is a bit lighter, even if they added lots of comfort. The drivetrain is more efficient because they can decouple the front axle, they can regenerate more energy while braking, they're better in coasting, they're just more efficient in every detail. They reduce the drag coefficient, for example, with new wheels that alone gives you 40 kilometers more range. And all that adds up to that 35% of range gain, 175 kilometers. So the base model now has a range of 675 kilometers, making it a long distance runner. Talking about running, Porsche is very proud of the efficiency, but it's still a sports car brand. So they're also optimizing the performance, mainly with more horsepower. They have a new rear motor with up to 80 kilowatts more. They have more power in the battery and that results in a dramatic power increase. The base model now has 300 kilowatts or 320 kilowatts with the big battery. The Taycan 4S has 400 and 440 kilowatts. The Turbo has 650 kilowatts and the Turbo S has 700 kilowatts. In old currency, 952 horsepower, and that is 190 horsepower more than before, resulting in 0 to 100 figures that are better than ever. 2.4 seconds for the Turbo, and even the base model now cracks the 5-second mark and comes down to 4.8 seconds. So every Taycan is roughly half a second better than before. Speed was also the main thing when it comes to charging. They've increased the charging power quite significantly. 270 kilowatt was already pretty benchmarking in the outgoing model. Now we have up to 320 kilowatts. And that's not only a short peak, it is able to charge with more than 300 kilowatts for over 5 minutes, resulting in significant shorter charging times. Instead of the 22 minutes of the outgoing model, we're charging now in 18 minutes from 10 to 80%. Or if you like to put it in another way, 10 minutes charging gives you 315 kilometers of range. Since we're talking about a facelift, we also have to talk about design, even if it's pretty camouflaged here and even if the changes are minor, because 2/3 of the development money has gone into e-performance, into efficiency and into better driving. But as it is a facelift, there has been some design changes as well. You can see it on the bonnet, better in the studio footage, but also here there is a sharp line on the fenders to make the car more aggressive. We have a new front end, we have some new color schemes, but also the designers have been working on the efficiency. For example, the new wheels. There is an aero-efficient wheel with 19, 20, 21 inch, giving you 40 kilometers of range alone. So yes, it is all combined. It is all about efficiency. Thanks for joining me on that first 500 kilometers with the updated Porsche Taycan. An efficiency drive that was really impressive because we just plugged it in and we are charging with 304 kilowatts at the moment. And we are here for 2 minutes and we already have 12% state of charge added to the battery. So yes, we have a longer range, we have a quicker charge, and we have a better performance. There's so much more to tell, but there are other opportunities to come, a proper test drive in the near future. One figure I forgot to mention, it all comes with a price. Since it's a Porsche, it is an expensive car, and it's going to be even more expensive. The price is going up for roughly 10%. That means in Germany it will start with 102,500 euros, but you get more content as well. You got the air suspension even for the base model to lower the car during driving to get even more efficiency. You got lots of more options, more driver assistance systems, and you got the option of an active suspension like we know it from Panamera. As I said, much more to tell. Join me on the next test drive and you get all the details. Thank you, Shishye, Saitien, and goodbye.